What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back to 5-Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy. Welcome to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. Speaking of the journey, guys, what I want to talk about today is enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. A lot of times we find discomfort, we find frustration simply because we just want to get there. We just want the end results. We just want to get to the vision. We just want to get to the dream. We just want to get to whatever it is that we're desiring in the moment. And as a result, it just causes discomfort. It causes frustration. You lose focus. You lose production. You're losing all these things, right? And I'm not saying that you don't need to have a vision. You don't need to have a purpose. You don't need to have a greater good driving you. What I'm saying is you and I are looking for the end result in the process. And here's the thing. If you don't enjoy the process, if you don't enjoy the journey, you're really not going to get the end result, because the end result is actually a part of the process. The ending that you really desire is only one step in the process. It's normally that last step, right? Building that company, creating that offering, running for the NFL, all the things that you want when that paper is being signed, when that event is occurring, that is actually normally the very last step in the journey and in the process. When you get to the mountaintop, getting to the mountaintop is part of the journey, and it's a part of the process. It may be the very last part, but it's a part of those things. And if you don't enjoy the process and the journey to get there, the road up to that mountaintop is going to be very, very, very uncomfortable and very painful. And it's why a lot of people quit. Here's another thing to think about for the journey. If you skip the process, you're going to avoid the results. Why? Because the results are part of the process. The results that you want in life are a lot of times the last step in the process or close to the last steps in the process. And so if you skip the process, you avoid the results. You're not going to get them. And a lot of people try to skip the process. And what happens is they create false results that only last for a little bit before breaking. You can't break natural law, and you can't break the order and timing of how things are supposed to be done, how things are supposed to be built, how things are supposed to be created. And this is universal. This applies to life in general. This applies to your relationships. This applies to being at home and taking care of your family. This applies to business. This applies to employment. It applies to everything that you do. If you skip the process, you're going to avoid the results you're looking for and prolong them. And then you got to go back through the process again, sometimes starting further back or over. And I really want to focus on enjoying the journey, because it is so easy to get trapped in what's next. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Versus, wow, I'm on the journey. Wow, I've reached this plateau. I'm not at the mountaintop, but you know what? This is really beautiful to look at. This would be a great place to eat lunch. This would be a great place to just sit and enjoy for a few minutes. We don't enjoy that. We don't enjoy the hardship. We don't enjoy overcoming the difficulty in that moment. And often, as a result of wanting to skip that difficulty or not enjoying that difficulty, we experience more. See, if you really believe that things happen for you, a lot of this is going to go away. And if you believe that the journey is just as important, if not more, than the end result, you are going to do so much better in life, whatever it is, whether you're going to school and being a student, whether you're starting your own thing, whether you are in a marriage and in relationship. All of this really is predicated on the process. And if you go back to the title of like the 5-Minute Rants predicated on the journey of life and business, it's because all of life really legitimately is a journey. And trying to skip that journey, you're going to void the very end of the journey itself. And I think society, what has happened a lot for us in society is a lot of the instant gratification and the short-term thinking has taken over, because I don't got to cook every night now. I own a microwave. If I make enough leftovers, I can heat them up later. Or because food is so abundant, I go to a restaurant anytime. I watched a documentary about North Korea, and it was so interesting because they don't have any restaurants or food in the airport. And the guy who went there realized, I can't get food. And he just sat there hungry. So anyways, real quick, the instant gratification, seeking that voids that process, which voids the end results. Anyways, guys, Enjoy the journey. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.